Hi, folks. Welcome to the Thursday Thought. This week's topic, growth brings change. Now, that might sound like a pretty obvious statement to make, but in fact, it isn't, because we almost always equate growth with something positive, and change can be positive and negative, and growth can be too. Now, I'm a huge fan of growth. It's one of my 3 core values, so I'm certainly not encouraging anyone away from growth. But I think we need to be realistic about what growth sometimes entails. And sometimes, maybe even all the time, growth entails some negative change. And what I mean by that is as we grow, as we develop personally, professionally, that is going to change your relationship with people and probably change the skills and behaviors that you exhibit. So take as an example myself. I am by nature a people pleaser, which sounds great, but isn't necessarily. And one of my goals has been to try to learn how to set a few more boundaries for myself, for my own mental health and my work-life balance. But establishing boundaries, growing in this sense, means I'm not going to please as many people necessarily. I'm not necessarily going to put other people first. There are definitely people out there who will appreciate that, who will applaud my growth, who will be supportive of this change. But there will also be people who won't. People who potentially benefited from the people pleasing and don't like the new version. And it's my experience that as you grow and change, there are some people that you lose along the way, but there are also some people you gain. It has always, without exception, been my experience that the harder road is by far the more rewarding. And I would choose change and growth every time. But I do think it's something that we don't put voice to enough. And as a result, it might be a scary and off-putting discovery unless it's addressed up front. So change brings growth, growth brings change, positive, negative. We're going in with open eyes. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you next week.